Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back from the OPTC video, and in today's video, we're going to quickly take a look at the treasure map Sugo Fest that will be going live as of the 13th Pacific Standard Time, which is like the 14th for me at news time, for the new treasure map against Treasure Map Wiper. So yes, the leaks were correct, and as you guys can see here, we do have a treasure map rare recruit Enel. We also have and then we have Gidatsu, and the other Skypiea lackeys. I don't remember their names. But as you guys can see here, the treasure map banner will be live. I have fast forwarded, and in today's video, we're going to have a look at the banner, as well as the new characters that are coming, because we're getting three new three new treasure map rare recruits. Not a legend, so Enel's not a legend, he's just a rare recruit. Alongside the two others, and it's all Psy-based, which leads me to believe that Nami is going to be an absolute god for this particular treasure map. So hopefully you managed to pick her up, because she's absolutely phenomenal. She's a fantastic character, and I feel like she's going to be very, very handy for this particular treasure map. Now, as you can see, part 3 has Izo, and Blackbeard on the banner alongside the three new treasure map rare recruits. Blackbeard's great for Super Tandem. Izo are pretty underrated. They're great for Rumble. They're great in treasure map for speed farming. So that's an option for you guys there. And then on part 2, we have Carrot, Wanda, and Hina. And then on part 1, we have Jinbei and Bond Clay. Now, obviously, treasure map Sugos aren't the place for people to be spending their gems, especially when the New Year's banners are still live. But they do have a 30 gem discount on all the parts. And if you are a sucker for value, doing the 30 gems across the three parts of the banners will get you basically 3 multis for the price of less than 2. Be mindful though that it's not like a 7.5 to 15% red rate like the New Year's banners. And if you're a newer player, a medium player, or even an endgame player that is free to play, you should not be summoning here. That's the bottom line. I just don't think it's worth summoning here. If you are someone that likes to spend money on the game, you like to rank in treasure map, obviously you'll be pulling on these banners. However, I do believe doing the third step across each banner is the best way to go, because step 3 is a new character. You love to see this because the treasure map has 3 new rare recruits, but then after that, the next new character step is on the 7th. So be smart with your gems, and 130 gems for a new character on each part. Still, 390 gems is a lot, and look, you might get very unlucky, and you might only pick up 1 treasure map rare recruit across the 3 parts. But if you do want to spend your gems wisely, that is probably the best way to go about it. And obviously, if you need to do more multis, or you want to do more multis, do them on the parts where you need dupes. Obviously, Bond Clay dupes are quite nice. Super Tan and Blackbeard dupes are great, and Carrot Wanda dupes are always nice as well. But as for the banners, no, you should not summon here. Obviously, unless you're like a dolphin or like a whale, I guess you will. And you don't have to listen to me anyway. But if you're free to play, skip this banner. Definitely skip this banner. Use your gems on the Super Sugo Fest that is available until like February. But let's take a look at the characters. If you enjoy this kind of new stuff, like as always, belt the like button for me. If you're new to the channel, you haven't done so already, hit that big red subscribe button. And let's take a look. We have a Kami Eneru, we have an and we have a Gidatsu and Shura and Satori. That's their names. There you go. So I could only remember Gidatsu, which is the dude with the funky spider hair. They're all Psy-based characters, which is super interesting. So let's take a look at what they do. So we've got Gidatsu, Shura, and Satori first. We don't really care about their captain ability. Let's take a look at their special. Going down to 10 turns and can only be used 2 times during the quest. Deals 55 times character's attack and non-type damage to 1 enemy, ignoring defense, effects, and defense. Reduces 3 turns of threshold, 3 turns of despair, and changes characters and adjacent. Changes adjacent slots into character's own type. This doesn't seem all that crazy. I don't understand why you can only use it twice in one quest. Do they have some sort of thing? Oh, that's why. They reduce their own special charge by 4 times every time a Cerebral or Striker uses a special. And their Psy slot is carried over if they land a perfect. This reason right here is the reason that they can only be used twice in an entire quest. However, it still only means they're getting 6 turns of Threshold, 6 turns of Despair, and they're still only changing adjacent slots. That doesn't change. The damage isn't that much, and I feel like it should only be like 2 times per stage rather than 2 times per quest. But on a 10-turn cooldown, you can easily get this pseudo double special to activate, provided you are building Cerebral Striker teams. They're a Cerebral Striker. They have Ship Bind, which is interesting, as well as Slot Bind, and they are a Psy-based character. They do not have any Rumble, and as for their support, it goes on Eneru. For when you're inflicted with Despair, you reduce 3 turns of despair at the start of the crew's next turn. That's a very, very good support. The only other character that has a support like this is Sugo Whitebeard, the quick Deadbeard character. It's a very, very good support. Anything that does more than 2 turns of a particular debuff is so valuable. And obviously, like, Enel doesn't have that much representation. But with his level limit break on V1 Enel, as well as the Pirate Rumble Enel being still quite a good character where you can use him, this support definitely could see play. And obviously, Enel being a big part of Skypiea is going to get more representation. Plus, he just got another rare recruit in this batch. So, Gidatsu, Shura, and Satori, they are going to be the lowest point booster for the treasure map. So, if you pick these guys up, it is what it is. But, they are still going to be a treasure map booster regardless. Next, we've got Om. Mr. Om is finally getting another character in the game. The only other character I can think of that Om has is the PvP rare recruit. He's captain ability, basically the same as Gidatsu's and whatnot. He's a cerebral slasher. And once again, his special can only be used twice during the quest. Deals 100,000 damage to all enemies. That's a bit better. Reduces all damage reduction by 3 turns. Reduces bind by 3 turns. And then changes the adjacent slots to character's own type. So ideally, you want to run him on the left, Gidatsu, and the other guys on the right. You get a full board orbs, 3 turns of bind, 3 turns of despair, 3 turns of damage reduction, 3 turns of threshold. And if you need to, you're then going to utilize the other, you're going to do the pseudo double special. So then that way you can get 6 turns of all these effects. Obviously, they're going to trigger the 4 turns. Is this going to be cerebral and slashes? Yep, you're going to get with the cerebral team, basically, which I feel like that's what they're leaning towards. And if you hit with a Psi Orb, then you're going to carry that into the next turn. Ship Bind once again, Slot Bind once again. Honestly, not the greatest of rare recruits. They're nothing too special. However, the support goes on Enel again. Once per quest, if you get inflicted with Bind, it's 3 turns of Bind. Another very, very good support. The only other character that does this is Halloween Ace, and it goes on Luffy. So, very, very nice supports for Enel. If we get an absolutely disgusting Enel in the future, these supports will definitely see play. And because there is no legend character, these will be exclusive to this particular treasure map banner and may come back at a later date. Finally, we've got the prize possession for the point boosting characters, being Kami and Eru. He is a super type unit. That's interesting. He's a striker cerebral with shipbind and pinch healing. His captain ability will see some play, obviously, because he is going to be the highest point booster. He sets his own special to max at the start of the quest, boosts striker and cerebral characters' attack by 3.5, and deals 56,560 in side damage to all enemies at the end of the turn. Now, the 5/6 is it Gummel? I'm pretty sure it's that, or it's got something to do with Enel. I can't really remember. Maybe it's like Rumble, something like that. I can't really remember off the top of my head. Let me know in the comment section below what it actually stands for. But this is still a very low captain ability for something that you're going to see, or you're going to need. But ideally, you would run him with probably a Nami friend captain. Him as a friend captain, Nami as a captain, and then bring this guy on the team. And then run a striker-based Psi team, or a cerebral kind of team that way. But yeah, interesting stuff. He does have a super type. As long as you have Om, Gidatsu, Shura, Nami, or Satori. There it is right there. Nami in the description. In the activation. That's super weird. 300,000 times damage to all enemies, ignoring defensive effects, defense, and normal attacks only. That's interesting. He reduces 2 turns of crewmate special and then turns Psi into Super Psi. Yeah, this guy's going to go perfectly alongside Nami. Nami is a super striker. And it seems like Nami's going to be the best character for either the invasion or the final boss stage. This character, honestly, is actually going to be amazing in Treasure Map moving forward. You can bet your ass he's going to be point boosted for the next couple, if not majority moving forward. And that super class, as long as you just put super type, as long as you put Nami on the team, you're going to get a guaranteed 300,000 wave clear every single turn. And then you can just go bink bunk. That's going to be awesome. Plus, you can actually just use his end of turn damage as well, which is super, super nice. As for his sailors, he gets 75 base stats to striker and cerebrals, and then he reduces paralysis duration by 1 turn, which is super interesting. As for his support, it goes on Nami, Gidatsu, Om, Shura, and Satori. He's going to cut crew's HP by 20%, okay, and reduces all enemies' HP by 5% at the end of the turn for the start of the final battle. That's actually really, really good. 20% HP cut is kind of like, whoa, why would I want that? But that gets around stun if it's on the final stage. Plus, reducing HP by 5% on the end of the turn means you can get around resilience buff very, very nicely. And it goes on Nami, which means that for the Super Sugo Fest Nami, Like, Nami just gets so many good supports, man, and this Om is definitely not an exception to that. Very, very good support character, but as I mentioned, these banners are definitely skip banners for majority of the player base. Like, I don't really see a position where most, like, mid-game players should be summoning on this, especially if you guys are still summoning and looking for those Super Sugo Fest units. I would highly recommend chasing Nami. Nami seems very, very powerful. Her banner is insanely cracked for newer players. So if you are newer to the game and you're missing stuff like Ace Yamato, the Straw Hat Crew, Whitebeard Roger, Nami, that's where you want to be summoning, not on these particular banners. But if you are summoning, let me know in the comment section below. Something to note as well, I think what characters are going to be... treasure map's closed. We can't check the boosted list. I'm fairly certain Om will be the second point booster, and Gidatsu will be the third. And we should have some of those other treasure map characters on these banners as well. So, like I said, if you are summoning, make sure to summon on the part that has the most value for you for the other legends. And obviously, we won't know the legend list that'll come out until the banners are actually live. But I will be doing some summons, so make sure to hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on the streams. We will be live once the banner goes live, most likely, or a little bit after. We'll have to wait and see what I'm doing on the day. But if you guys want to join the fun, like I said, hit the join button. Hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on the fun. If you want to be an extra chat, hit the join button. It helps me out a great deal. Not expected, but greatly appreciated. But do me a favor, hit that like button for me if you're new to the channel. Hit the big red subscribe button. Most importantly, wherever you are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, I thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.